This might actually be my favorite video for WoW Classic. Yeah, Barney, this video was out of this fucking world. Okay, boys, here we go.
Video sponsored by Displate.
I actually have a Displate. S-Fan got one for me. It's real nice. He got a smaller one for my dad, and my dad still has it up in his house. It's like the of me and S-Fan, the classic WoW one. It's really nice.
Scareboard, AK-40 opening event. So, one of the more hardcore goals we have for vanilla is we want to have the most scareboards in the world.
There's no way. Like, that's such a... Like, dude, classic WoW goals are like, okay, our goal is to play the game for 75 hours a day. Because the other guilds are only playing it for 70 hours a day. That's really what it is. Like, the goals are fucking insane. Here we go. There he is. There he is. Video lagging? 144. Give me a second. It's editing? Oh, it is? Okay. Okay, I didn't know. I was worried that it was getting fucked up.
There's so many.
Oh, yeah,
so
okay.
many of them. They don't stop coming. We have to kill so many of them. There's so many bugs. I gotta kill. It was just a dream.
Thank God. Thank God.
Months ago. What day is it? 2021.
Oh no.
2021. Well, you know what they say. Another year, another video. Am I right? I feel like I'm forever
Just like my main
apologizing for
channel.
taking so long to make content, but I play World of Warcraft Classic for the PC. I don't get to have free time. What, you thought making content was my job and I should prioritize that? Yeah, me too. Then I realized to make good WoW content, you have to go all in.
That's right. Or just watch people that do.
Keep it in the video. I don't care. I've lost my fucking mind at this point. Do you know how long I spend farming consumes just so I can efficiently raid?
Dude, farming Nax consumables is actually a job. Like, it's actually a fucking job. And if you're in a guild that wipes, it's 2 jobs.
Log to edit, right? I raid log to edit, right?
Smart.
Wrong to level several raiding ults so I can be as useful as possible in the Burning Crusade that we don't even know is coming out yet, by the way. You see, to secure the content of the future, I have to grind in the now. And I'm not going to get Glaives of Azeroth just by virtue of playing a rogue and being a content creator. My guild operates on a very strict merit-based system, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way, because it feels good to earn thing in video game. Crazy concept, I know. Ironic, is it not? Playing World of Warcraft has become my true job, and making content is just what I do for fun in my free time. Being a content creator truly is a joker's trick, a monkey's poor wish. You think you want it, but you don't. Speaking of having no free time, do you know what I did on Christmas Day?
What'd you do?
Killed how many bugs? I spent like, what, 16 hours one day in for it. Is this seriously trying to this pathetic? You're gonna have to look at those bugs?
I'm telling you, man, classic WoW.
No one wants to hear about Welcome to patch 1.12. Nax is out.
Jesus.
Got a ring in there last night. Wait, Nax is out? Nax out? Nax is out? Nax out?
Nax out?
out. If you got the rep to get in. Naturally, I'm exalted. My 72 runs of Stratholme to get Shadowcraft pants speak for themselves.
Oh
Wish
my
I could tell you
God.
that was my worst item grind, but I suffered through 206 full upper Blackrock Spire runs before I even saw a Shadowcraft chest drop. A fate that is...
You named them? Bro, like, all of that is like fucking WoW recording _35784321. Like, I never fucking do that shit. This guy's again, no wonder it takes naming his video title. Fuck that.
Statistically improbable, but I have the proof, and, well, unlikelier things have happened. In Upper Blackrock Spire, the sexual tension between Rend and Nefarian is awkward, and the loot you need seems to never drop. What could be worse?
That's true.
Right.
Remember how I did that for a
Introducing
month?
Spell upgrade books in this patch that only drop from here.
Oh, it's funny, dude.
With this patch, we also received an array of new quests, which is just classic talk for elaborate vendoring. See, these quests aren't actually real. This is just tier piece vendoring before Blizzard figured out how to code this. However, these quests outside have something very, very important that we're going to need.
What's that?
The Argent Dawn Tabard. Sorry,
Okay.
I mean consecrated sharpening stones. But I am gonna pick
Yes.
up that tab at 2 because it's fucking this. Consecrated sharpening stones give plus 100 attack power
Wait.
against undead for 1 hour, making instant poison pretty much obsolete in next
Wow.
rounds except on the Fairlina and Myexna
I didn't
fights,
even know
'cause
about
they're
that.
not undead. By the way,
Holy
rogues,
shit.
on Myexna you can vanish the web spray, so go get that 99. Because they're so
Oh,
strong
boy.
in Naxxramas, I'm going to want a lot of these sharpening stones, about 3
How-
per
how
week
do you get
until
'em?
Classic ends.
Yeah, I didn't
so,
know how to
let's
even
call
get
that
these.
like 6 months tops. That's like 72 stones, but then I also need to factor in I'm going to want these stones in Burning Crusade for some bosses that we don't even know is coming out yet, by the way.
Just... You see how long it took him to make the video? Is he started making this video back whenever he didn't know if Burning Crusade was even gonna get released. And like, when was that? Like fucking 8 months ago? Uber Danger's in here? Oh, what up, bro? Like, I actually talked to him the other day. He's got a... He has a Snyder cut of a video coming out. I'll tell you that. He has a Snyder cut of a video.
I'll be
up,
clearing those bosses once per week every week since they come out until the end of TBC's life cycle, so that's a lot of stones. But one single
Yeah.
consecrated sharpening stone costs 8
How much?
necrotic runes. And there's only one place to get necrotic runes.
I don't know how to get
Everyone
'em.
needs them, everyone's grinding for them, and they're only around for a limited time because, of course, they are welcome to yet
Oh, yes, I remember this. Never mind. I remember this shit because this happened, and then we farmed out like 50,000 of these for the Wrath of the Lich King Nax event, and then they made them unusable. I was so upset.
Another virtual hell resource war
Barny's in
curated
here.
and
What up,
designed
dude?
by Blizzard Entertainment.
up,
Welcome
dude?
to the grind. But it's not the grind people want to see.
Nobody wants to see it.
Family's
Nobody wants to do
300
it.
hours of footage.
Multiple times, by the way.
You gotta edit that. You gotta do it now. No one wants to hear about necrotic runes. Maybe they want to hear about Displate, which is this video's sponsor. They do look good on my wall. Every couple of hours, a random invasion will begin somewhere on Azeroth, signified by a purple skull on the map and giant floating ziggurats appearing in the sky
Yep.
somewhere within that zone. If you follow one of the necrotic bolts fired from the ziggurat, you will uncover
To see
a
the
horde
ads.
of ghosts and ghouls protecting a necrotic shard. These
Yep.
mobs can drop single necrotic runes, but the real reason we're
I
here
have
to
never
kill them is to
looted one
weaken
of
the
those.
shard. Because once you weaken the shard enough, 4 dudes will teleport down from the ziggurat and attempt to repair it. Using 8 necrotic runes, you can curse one of these dudes and turn him into an elite Shadow of Doom. These dudes fucking slap, by the way.
What
This
the
is what
fuck?
you came here for, because these elites drop a guaranteed 30 necrotic runes. Now, I could have busted my balls for days,
Wow.
maybe even weeks, fighting against players of both factions for some necrotic runes, but when I heard my friend only got 34 necrotic runes in one day due to the sheer congestion and grief.
Oh, look, this is the best part. It's like, yeah, classic WoW. This is why he didn't get as many. Alley griefing, horde griefing, had so many elite tags stolen. Like, yeah, this is the true classic WoW experience. You try to play the game, and you're just griefed constantly by a bunch of fucking idiots. Oh my god.
I had flashbacks to
Barney, you get it? That's your time.
nope, I'm fucking dead. Haha. Something. And was like, yeah, fuck that. There's got to be a better way. At first, I
Yeah.
thought that better way would be to
Fuck
just farm
that.
at 4:11 a.m. on a weekday. But it turns
Smart.
out, even if you are lucky enough to get a
Awesome.
shard to yourself, which I cannot stress to you enough just how rare that is, you still
Yeah.
need a group to help you. A group that is also going to need necrotic runes, and a group that is
Exactly,
also
you gotta-
probably going to be of a suboptimal setup because it's 4:11 a.m. on a weekday. It took
What
us
a bunch
about
of
1 hour to
losers. They're
clear
not
this
playing
shard,
then?
and I walked away with 124 necrotic runes. That converts to only 15 sharpening stones, and it will now be 3 hours before another invasion.
Wait, so 15 sharpening stones divided by 2 because you want to have 2 of the sharpening stones for each weapon. So that's really only like 7 hours. So you spend all day for 7 hours of a buff that's slightly better. What? What? Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! I've been here for years! For years! And I got it! Holy shit, I didn't even know. Barney, I love you! Thank you, We're gonna watch Barney videos every single time that I do a mount run from now on! Oh my god! Yes, dude! Yes! Oh my god! This is a 1 in 1,500. This looks good. Oh my god, this looks so good. Wow, look at the quality. Look at, dude, this one's so much better than the other one. Oh my god. Dude, I love Barny. Like, I really feel like, because of this video, I got them out. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but I genuinely feel like I got them out because of him. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going.
Starts. By then, all the dads will be awake, so this is likely as good as it gets. There has to be a better way. Now, that better way wasn't death rolling this warrior for his last 7 gold, which he needed to spend on repairs, but I did it anyway. No, the better way was in fact something so obvious I was surprised I didn't think of it sooner.
Wait, he's going and hustling people out of their last little bits of money so they can't even repair? Dude, Barney's a pimp. Barney's a fucking pimp. I love to see that. That's awesome.
All I actually had to do was just wait 1 whole month to be exact until Christmas Day 2020. When everyone else was offline spending potentially life-threatening quality time with their loved ones, Red Spawn and I came in and cleaned house.
Okay. Farming on Christmas, dude. That's the real fucking gangsta shit right there. Oh, dude. Wow. Uh-oh, they're dying. Yeah, it's probably a little bit too much to farm.
And that's how I farmed 200 carapace fragments. I mean, sharpening stone. Wait, what the fuck?
Holy
wait, this
shit.
isn't a Shara. Where the fuck am I? What's going on?
200? That's a
Ow.
lot.
Ow.
You alright?
No, I just fell asleep. I hit my head on my mic. Oh my god, it's only day.
It's only day 2.
What's that? Naxxramas? Necrotic runes?
What are those?
What the fuck are you talking about? We're here farming bugs. You have no idea what's going on, do you? Let me catch you up to speed. Okay. After Baristolf's permanent resurrection at the hands of the No Changes team, the Horde and the Alliance began warring for the most precious resource of all, territory. After all, he who owns the territory owns the farm within it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, son?
This was actually a pretty fun, this was a fun week of Classic WoW. It was really fun if you weren't invested in it. So, like, for example, I wasn't going to get Scarab Lord. Like, we got a few Scarab Lords in my guild. Like, it is what it is. But, like, I didn't really care if things happened that way or not. But it was really fun for me to just go out and play the game. I think the only thing that's annoying is the amount of downtime between combat. You know, like, if you die, you have to run back, and then people kill you whenever you res. It sucks. But other than that, it was a really, really fun week, man. It really was. You said you're going to go Scarab Board before Classic Roots? Yeah, but I quit, and so, like, it wasn't really be fair for me to get Scarab Board in the guild, right? Because I wasn't putting in the effort. I wasn't streaming, or I wasn't raiding all the time, and so, like, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for me to get it.
As the hours passed and the many battles waged on, the territory balance shifted like so. Somewhere along the way, guilds of all sizes and creeds began to put aside their super serious dramas to band together under one banner. For the Horde. This was, at least for now, not just a guild versus guild affair, but rather an all-out faction war, and childish infighting was going to have to be put on hold if we were going to get some farm. And so, a natural ecosystem settled in. Above ground, PvP teams would patrol to keep the Alliance out, allowing the farmers below ground to safely acquire fragments.
Dude, I remember whenever this was happening, everybody was, like, harassing, like, fucking getting so mad at Crusade. Like, that's, like, S-Fans Guild. Dude, people were mauling out over Crusade and, like, all of the bullshit that was happening there. It was kind of crazy to see how mad somebody could get over an old Mount deserved. Yeah, sure. Yeah, about, like, collusion with the Horde and stuff like that. I don't really know what happened. I just logged on to play the fucking game, but I remember there was a whole fucking lot of drama, man. A whole lot of drama.
Someone who spent quite a few hours of time doing both, I can attest to you personally that during these hours it truly felt like I was fighting alongside the Horde as a faction. It really felt like I was, like, actually a guy in the Horde, like, fighting in a real war. Sounds so lame, but it was so fucking cool. I might not be very good at world PvP, but I sure as heck like to participate anyway. Just don't let me catch you alone in Stormwind. God, I fucking love being a... Ow! This system of holding mass territory as a faction had proven to be quite successful, and after a while, the large-scale fights seemed to die down. The Horde, whilst very condensely packed, had their territory in Hive Zora, and the...
I like how, so what happened is that, like, on Faralina, we had all these battles, and then finally at the opening of the gates, all of the Horde agreed to just go on one layer, and all of the Alliance agreed to just go on the other layer. So all the entire War of AQ was spamming AoEs underneath the Anubisath mobs that were going to spawn and competing for tags. It was fucking hilarious. They pushed out? Well, no, people didn't push out. They're there for the rewards. They want, like, I want to get the rep, you want to get the rep, let's just make sure we both get the rep. It is what it is.
Whilst not exactly working together as one unit, had their territories in Hive Ashi and Hive Regal. As a full moon rose and the evening settled in, a calm finally swept across Silithus, and for just a brief moment, there was no fighting. There was no drama, no bad vibes. It was just guys being dudes, hanging out, killing some fucking bugs. And then he appeared. The one who would put this tenuous horde pack to the test. Cloaked in a mantle of feathers, brandishing a mallet, scorched by the sun itself, he descended from the cosmic realms, the sage of the 6 moons.
I've got to say, any Moonkin that has Sulfuras in Classic WoW, stay away from that person. Just stay away. Just stay away from, like, it's just better for your mental health to stay away from that person.
His teachings rang out in the general chat, imparting a most forbidden technique to all druids. A highly illegal Moonfire scroll wheel macro that can tag mobs on frame 1. I'm pretty sure people actually got banned for using this, by the way. With this, the druids would have power to completely disrupt the emergent ebb and flow of Hive's aura. Why be cordial with your fellow faction member and let him have that farm when he literally cannot stop you from tagging it before him?
Remember what I told you? Remember what I said?
True balance druids they were not. And
Moon
what
boys.
had taken the horde hours to build up in mere minutes
They're the
was
worst.
destroyed forever. So now we had a bunch of druids running rampant below ground, tagging literally every mob on spawn and pissing everybody off.
Oh no!
It also didn't help that the druids
gonna
responsible
find
for this
you.
just so happened to be in guilds who had already gained a reputation over the course of the day for farming in the hives whilst not having proper PvP representation outside, essentially freeloading. And let me tell you...
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like, there are guilds in Classic WoW that are just scumbag guilds. Like, everybody in the guild is a scumbag. You join the guild, you know you're a scumbag. Everybody's a dick.
You're on your 17th consecutive hour of PvPing the Alliance to keep people safe who are, in return, just stomping all over your goodwill. You start to realize that the enemy might not necessarily have a red name. The enemy might actually just be certain guilds within your own faction.
That's
for
right.
what is an enemy if not
The
someone
enemy's
going out
within.
of their way to hinder your goals? This realization came to be known as the People's Great Awakening. Countless memes on the Grubulus subreddit began circulating at this time, disparaging the rat way of life whilst praising those who had previously struck a fair balance between fighting and farming.
Yep.
These memes, whilst very funny, World of Rat, unfortunately did very little to dissuade the druids from their path. No, you can't just steal our tags by using an instant target and class macro.
Scroll wheel go.
And at this point, most people had realized the grim
That's
reality
great.
that even if the druids were to stop, it was too little too late. The damage was
doesn't
done,
matter,
bad
yeah.
blood was already boiling, reputations had begun to form, and the once proud horde pact was slowly falling apart.
Yeah.
All according to plan. I didn't just spend the last 17 hours merely PvPing and killing bugs, no. I was also sneaking around with my rogue crew, keeping tabs on everything and everyone. I mean, it's literally my job to document this event, right? So by
Yeah,
extension,
that's
I
true.
need to know which guilds are where, their rough numbers, their
That makes
PvP
sense.
prowess, their allegiances, their enemies,
Yep.
everything.
Of
And as the
course.
battles waged on and I harvested this data in secrecy, I started to realize something. The trick to the Alliance's strength, the reason they were able to hold twice as much territory as us,
Is there's
was
more of
just
them?
a numbers game with a huge flaw. You see, the Alliance didn't have bigger guilds or better guilds, they just had more guilds. But if these guilds were to start distrusting each other, if those guilds were to stop working together, well, that would be most
Oh,
favorable
shit.
to Final Boss, a guild no other guild can possibly stand alone against. So I admit it, it was me that summoned the Sage of the 6 Moons. Why did I do it? Because after years of baiting a rise out of public server
Wait,
admins on GTA
what?
5 and Gary's mod, I'm sort of like the deprived mind whisperer.
Well, cause you're a fucking low IQ fucking numbnuts. Talking to you is like talking to a fucking brick wall. You're in my ear, invading my brain and lowering my IQ. Why don't you shut the fuck up for a change and actually use your lukewarm IQ to realize what you've done here and how you are fucking fail.
And I
Is that really what GTA RP is? Because if it was, I'd probably play it. I just, listen, I like it whenever people are assholes, because that makes it fun. Whenever people are nice, then I'm not having fun. It's only fun whenever people are dicks. So he summoned the elite moon boy to ruin everything.
know druid players to be the most deprived minds of all. They try to heal only to be out-healed by everyone else. They try to tank only to be told they're trolling and to re-roll warrior. They try to melee DPS only to be told they're trolling and to re-roll warrior. And God can only help you if you're trying to play a boomkin. Re-roll warrior. Inside the mind of every druid is a complacent, beaten down, pathetic loser who only knows how to take orders. To be a druid can only help you if you're trying to play a boomkin. Re-roll warrior. Inside
Listen to this. Listen to this.
the mind of every druid is a complacent, beaten down, pathetic loser who only knows how to take orders.
There it is. There it is. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is.
To be a druid is to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. When you're a master
Not
of
even
none,
close.
you should probably just re-roll warrior.
Druids are
when a
masters of
druid is
dueling,
finally
no.
offered not
Druids are
only a
great
way
at
to be
dueling.
useful, but a way to unquestionably become the dominant class in a scenario, I knew they simply wouldn't be
So
able
they're
to
getting
resist.
revenge.
I orchestrated the Great Druid Uprising, and I did it to sow chaos. Sure, the Horde Pact was dismantled in the process, but more importantly, so was the Alliances.
Good.
That was the plan all along. Quick fact check. The Alliance have more territory. The Alliance have more guilds.
True.
The Alliance have more numbers.
True.
The Alliance have more druids. I can only imagine the levels of griefing the Alliance were suffering through these hours. So now was the perfect time to strike, and
Okay.
Hive Regal, coveted for its
Yeah, because there's a set amount of the guys. So even there's oh no. Yeah, he's starting a civil war.
higher drop rates, was our prime target.
Everyone that can hear my voice is abandoning their current position, and you will move at that time. Everybody will group up at 3780.
Is this for a Regal push?
Yes.
I think it's time we let these fucking rats drown. Leaving Hive Zora completely open to attack from the north, my guild consolidated their numbers at a secret location alongside every other true and noble guild left. We were going to hit the now weakened alliance with the full force of the rat-free horde.
So you guys
For the
have,
last
they've got
24
like a
hours,
huge
Silithus had
guild.
been the stage to many large and small-scale PvP skirmishes, but nothing would compare to the raid on Hive Regal.
The great raid on Hive Regal. So they just ran him the fuck down. God damn. Oh, and then the other guilds aren't helping them because it's every man for himself. Yeah, you can't, man. You really can't. WoW PvP, it's just, it is what it is. Let's say that. So they just claimed the whole fucking thing. Oh my god. Looks like they're gonna be getting all the scarab boards then.
The raid on Hive Regal had been a complete success. Such a success, in fact, that for the next 24 hours, nothing else of note happened. Or maybe it did. I wouldn't know. I was in this room the whole time farming bugs. My only contact with the outside world during these hours was through general chat, but because humans aren't designed to sit in front of a screen for 58 hours at a time killing virtual bugs for clout in a 15-year-old video game, general chat was even more general chat than usual. The populace in their delirium were all suffering from a mass hallucination known only as Snake Min, a deity-like figure who doesn't...
Dude, like, the general chat in Silithus, half of it was complaining about S-Fand, and the other half of it were people putting, like, Chinese letters, and my guild was trolling, and they kept typing, "The bald man will ride the black bug," because they were trolling the other guilds into thinking that I was gonna get Scarab Lord. That was all it was. And it was so fucking stupid, man. The whole thing, like, because you're sitting there, here's the thing, right, is you're sitting there, and the first day you're taking it seriously, and now you're on the third day, and the fourth day, and you're just waiting for the respawn, and you're going to be doing this for the next 3 days. And so, yeah, general chat over in Silithus was probably the most degenerate thing. It was worse than Twitch chat. Let me say that. It was actually worse than Twitch chat.
To have any certain lore or single point of origin that I could place. He exists only in the delirious scrollings of those who have contracted bugbrain, a condition that befalls all those who enter Silithus with the intent of farming fragments. You'll know you have bugbrain when you start seeing carapace fragments where you shouldn't be seeing them. You start hearing bugs, the clicking of their mandibles, the howl of the wind as it rolls through the caves, and what day is it? I'm hearing bugs in real life. Sleep in here. Keep farming fragments. What the fuck is a fragment? I should type in general chat. I'm severely sleep deprived.
Yeah.
And you see him, Snake Man,
Who was
He
it?
is a reflection of you. His values are your values, and that's comforting. Praise him. Praise him. Bugs. Praise him. Praise bugs. However, after deciphering several general chat messages, it seems that during these hours, Hive Zora went on to become a volatile rat kingdom with no consistent faction balance. Pretty much no man's land. If you were a small guild attempting a Scarab Lord or just a business person trying to sell bug-killing services, Hive Zora was probably your best bet. As for Hive Ashy, well, that's Alliance territory, and that's...
I feel like the way that people decided and like segmented things out, like obviously there were negatives to it as well, but overall I think that's like the pinnacle of emergent player behavior. Yeah, that's definitely that's the, in my opinion, pinnacle of emergent player behavior. I love that.
The data I have because I was killing bugs. In fact, we were able to farm for so long uninterrupted in Hive Regal during these hours that we fully farmed not one, but 2 Scarab Lords worth of reputation, which looking back at it now was the peak of our farming efficiency. I don't know if it was because people hadn't burned out yet, or the fact that we had uncontested free farm for 24 hours, or the fact that we just had so many people, but we were harvesting fragments at an unbelievable pace. It was during these hours that I also managed to complete my personal task of gaining 200 fragments solo, just to see how long hypothetically it would take for me to farm Scarab Lord myself. And so just before I went to bed, for the first time in 3 days by the way, I went to hand them in. But before that...
Displate.
Metallic posters for your walls.
With over 1.4 million designs ranging from gaming, anime, movies to nature,
really
you're bound to find something you like in a size that suits the space you have to
Displate is
work
really-
with. It
it's
turns
good.
out a lot of artists I follow on Twitter have stores on Displate,
my
which
Displate?
made my selection rather easy. How could I not go for Dreamwalker's incredible Warcraft
Yeah, it's over
vistas
there.
or
S-Fam was
these
sponsored by
beautiful
them.
Pastel Wave Cityscapes by Allura. Installation takes literally 20 seconds. You just stick it to the wall with magnets. It's so
Really? I didn't even know. Honestly, I just have it on the ground. I didn't know you could install it. I actually learned something in this video. Maybe I should install the picture then. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
easy a paladin
It's
player
just
could
on the
do
ground.
it. Warning, browsing this website will absolutely make you want to purchase Displates, so make sure you're either a content creator capable of using your clout to decorate your apartment for free, or using my discount link in the description, which if you use will get you 30% off your first 2 Displates, or 37% off if you get 3 or more. Wow! I'm currently smelting my thorium that I have been getting from rich thorium veins that I have been sneaking from other people.
Yo, Barney, fuck off.
High quality content.
I gotta get those arcane crystals. And I'm about to go to bed. I've been awake for
He still has blues?
too long.
Oh my
But
god.
before I go to bed, I'm gonna hand in these 200 fragments.
What is this guy doing?
Probably my only 200 fragments. I've actually farmed like 800 fragments, but I only kept like 1 in 4. Reminder to progress past this part, I would have to hand in enough fragments to fill this bar, and then 2 more. Handing in these fragments would give me 200 rep. What? That was... I'm going to bed. And go to bed.
Jesus, man. Like, the person who thought that up, like, I do want to say, the Scepter of the Shifting Sands questline is, in my opinion, like, this first beginning part was stupid, right? But is, in my opinion, the greatest questline that Blizzard has ever made, and they have not made anything that has even been remotely close to as good as the Scepter of the Shifting Sands questline ever. It is by far the greatest questline by a mile. It's 32 quests long. Yeah, it's insane. Because it's unhealthy? No, like, this part is stupid, right? It's like really, really a lot of farming, yeah. But all the rest of it is awesome.
Bed I did, wherein I caught a delicious 6 hours of sleep before.
More work?
Now, of course, some of you might be thinking, wait, you're still farming bugs, but why?
Yeah.
You've pretty much seen for yourself that Scarab Lord isn't going to happen. Why are you still torturing
why
yourself?
would you
And
do
to
this?
that I say, I made a promise I intend to keep, that I would live up to the mantle of the best Horde content creator and make something truly epic on this event. And do you really think that this is a good ending
gonna
right
go for
here,
it?
right now?
I didn't think so.
We still have Scarab Lords to farm. We still have quests to help with. And I'll be damned if the last 3 days were for nothing. I don't go back on my word. I promised you the good content, and I'm gonna fucking deliver. Because that's my
Is he gonna go for it?
So that's why I, after only 6 hours of sleep, reawoke and logged right back onto World of Warcraft. However, this was not the Silithus I had left behind. In my absence, the largest Alliance guild, Goof, whom we pushed out of Hive Regal some 30 hours ago, had reclaimed the entire West Hive in a
What a
similar
surprise.
fashion raid,
That's
leaving
what they
final
do.
boss with the South Hive and the surface surrounding.
This is
and as you've probably already
Dude, this is incredible. Like, the amount of effort and time you put into this, holy shit, man. This is amazing.
Already guessed, the East Hive fell to the rats. God damn.
I'm impressed.
Rats. Goof, knowing that it would probably take the entirety of Final Boss to clear them out, had in this moment made a very clever play. We can't go and fight them because that would leave our hive open to the rats. They can't come and fight us because that would leave their hive open to the rats.
course.
Ah, so we have a stalemate, right? No. Unfortunately, all the people with PvP sense were at this time asleep, and so those that were left decided, fuck it, let's just fight anyway. Remember how I said both hives would be left open to the rats if this occurred? Well, that's exactly what fucking happened.
Well, so the rats got everything?
Luckily, some strategic masterminds were able to log in before me and negotiate a ceasefire. And I
Oh
guess
my
part
God.
of that ceasefire agreement was that our best PvP rogue, Kim Possible, would be taken hostage by the enemy. This is literally what I logged in to see.
What?
Roleplay from the 2 sweatiest guilds on the server?
What?
This is how you know bug brain is a real thing. Hours passed, and it was clear
Oh
that the
my
easy
God.
free farming of yore was over. The war between Goof and Final Boss had definitely been a huge blunder for both sides.
Jesus,
Alas,
guys.
this was the new reality. A reality of slow
Oh my
farm and
God.
rats. So many rats, so many bugs, so many rats. And if things couldn't get
Jesus
worse, I then
Christ.
heard that one noise no one wants to hear in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
There was an enemy rogue in the cave. So now I
Yeah.
had to worry about this fucking rat called, literally called Ratbag in front of me stealing my tags. And I also had to be worried about the unknown assassin who is definitely gonna jump me at low health for that easy honor kill. But
So
then,
it's just gonna, that's the worst thing in classic WoW, if you play on a PvP server, is you just have people that will just wait there until you get low health, and then like you'll be peaceful with them, everything will be good, and then let's say you narrowly avoid dying, and it's a warlock that's next to you. As he's walking by, he just shadow burns you and you're dead. That's the way it goes. You know, meanwhile, you're peacefully playing with this guy for an hour, and then at the very end, he fucking does that. He fucking does that shit. It's the same as like, I've said this before, right? You ever fucking quest alongside some guy who's on the opposite faction and you guys are neutral with each other, but then suddenly once another guy, if his faction shows up, he gets this burst of courage to PvP you, and then him and the other guy that just showed up kill you? That's basically what World PvP, that's what it really is.
there came
every time,
so
yeah.
many occasions over the next hour where I was definitely low enough to just be a free kill, but
Yeah.
I didn't get killed. The scenario made no sense. The rogue was still here. But he wasn't doing anything. This puzzle weighed heavily on my mental, so much so that I ended up losing my first tag to Ratbag in about an hour. Or did I? Your eyes do not deceive you. The gnome rogue ran straight through me to get to Ratbag,
What
the only person not in Final Boss in this cave, by
That's
the
a
way.
nice
and,
guy.
Yeah, unalived him. And I mean, am I
Fuck
gonna
yeah.
really get involved? This is a pretty good scenario
Dude,
for me.
that's
But hold
awesome.
on a second.
Wow.
I know that name. That rogue is in Goof. What the fuck
Stream
is going
savers.
on? So here's what the fuck was going on. The reason Goof wanted to take Kim Possible, the best PvP rogue we have to offer, hostage, was because they could then put Kim Possible to work in their hives, killing their rats. I love this game. And Kim had done—
Oh, dude. That's literally 300. That's 300 IQ. I fucking, that's straight up collusion. It's beyond collusion. It's collusion planning. This is like fucking Watergate. It's Illuminati, the New World Order, George Soros, fucking the Great Reset, adrenochrome. It's everything, man. It's every conspiracy possible, and it's beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful.
done such a
I love
fucking
it.
good job, as is to be expected, that they felt obligated to return the favor by sending rogues into our hives to clear out our rats.
I
but
love
now
it.
that I knew what
That's
was
so
going on, I
badass.
wasn't going to let Kim have all the fun. I tailed Romrek back to the deepest recesses of the Goof Hive and scanned for any target not wearing the Goof Troop guild tag. Rat located. I then waited for them to do rat stuff, where I intervened and did rogue stuff. And of course, Goof let me kill them with no retaliation. So I did.
I fucking love this so much. Dude, I love collusion. I think, dude, I find like collusion and that kind of stuff, that makes it so much better. Like that's what the game's all about, in my opinion. Because like the Horde and Alliance, like you got to think about the RP here, right? Like let's think about the RP. Is it the RP is that the Horde and Alliance are teaming up to collectively get people who are powerful enough to open the gates of Ahn'Qiraj. And you have some people who are motivated purely by money. These soulless, godless mercenaries, and they are working not even against, the other faction, but they're working against their own faction as well. And so part of the RP of the game was collusion. Like, the Gates of AQ fundamentally was collusion. It was great.
What I do best and camped them till they logged off. The Rat Exterminator exchange program had formed. I and others would periodically cruise through Goof Hive to make sure it was nice and goof and unalive any non-goofers that were found. And on the flip side, whenever it was obvious a rat was overstaying their welcome in the final boss hive, I would walk into the Goof Hive and beckon someone to come my way. They would then follow me back to the final boss hive and camp every rat until they either spirit revived or, in the case of this warlock Frywood, logged off. I do have to give Frywood props though. Out of every rat across this entire event, they were the most
I love this so
I
love this so much
to deal with. They had me on ignore since the moment they showed up here, and they griefed my tags for like a week straight. Almost like they were trying to get in the video or something, so fuck you, I'm not showing any of it. As the days flew by and we ticked off more and more Scarab Lords, it seemed we had finally created the perfect farming ecosystem.
Beautiful, man.
We had the South Hive, Goof had the West Hive, we shared the surface, and rats were heavily deterred from disrupting this, knowing exactly who would be waiting on the other end to camp them. And in hindsight, it seemed so obvious. We should have just been doing this from the start. After all, Final Boss and Goof have the same goal. We both just want to get as many Scarab Lords as possible. And we're both the largest, most try-hard guilds of our respective factions. This only just makes sense. But this allegiance would never have formed if not for a stupid bit of roleplay at like 4 a.m. And this is why I will never not play on roleplay servers. This just wouldn't have happened. A silly little roleplay wherein...
That's true. Everybody on Fairlina, dude, was just pissed off at S-Fan. Like, man, dude, my S-Fan gets off, he gonna get the fucking mount, man. I hate him. I went onto his stream. I called him fat and he banned me, man. I thought whatever happened, I thought this was America, and I got banned on his, man. Fuck that dude. Like, that's actually what it was. Like, the whole chat, like, you believe in collude, man? Play Ret Paladin? Oh, man. Dude, the whole fucking... PvP servers in Classic WoW were such cancer, man. Like, they were just trash. Like, the RP servers are 1,000 times better. Like, they're so much fucking better. It's the PvP servers that suck because it's got all these people that are trying to make a name for themselves. Like, imagine trying to make a name for yourself in a 15-year-old video game. The fuck?
They took our best PvPer hostage, started events that would soon turn into the greatest farming efficiency module we had had since we controlled all of Regal. Sure, we weren't farming as many fragments per hour, but they were safe, easy, rat-free fragments, farmed alongside gamers who are striving for the same goal as you. Absurd numbers of Scarab Lords. What we lost in fragments per hour, we made up in morale and team spirit. And honestly, I really believe that if it wasn't for Goof, people in Final Boss probably would have burnt out way sooner. But of course, Hive Regal is a secluded corner of Silithus. What happens in Hive Regal stays in Hive Regal. And so for those looking in, they didn't see the events that led up to this allegiance. They didn't see the war. They didn't see the roleplay. They didn't see this collaborative effort as something to praise. All they saw was collusion.
Cross-faction collusion evidence collection thread.
The rats were pissed. Hello.
21 points. 21 points. That's accountability right there, boys. That's some real accountability. Oh my god. Dude, it's so funny for me to see this because I remember reading these threads whenever AQ came out, and I thought to myself then, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I didn't really know. I thought it was just funny. Dude, the Classic WoW subreddit is probably the biggest collection of losers on the entire internet. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's actually so sad.
The past few days, I've been collecting and editing down evidence to send to Blizzard regarding this recent final boss / mastermind / goof troop collusion.
Look at this!
Now with Obsidian Council, it looks like. Feel free to add any evidence to the collection. I'm still going through video, and I reckon the more evidence / emails, the better. This just ends up making the game worse. So
the emails about, like, imagine being the person who's paid, like, I mean, it's Blizzard, right? So, like, $9 an hour. in order to read these emails from some malding fucking 35-year-old neckbeard Karen that's mad that he's not going to get his special mount. Show the emails? Yeah, I want to see the fucking emails, man. Those poor, dude, those poor CS representatives. Oh my god. It's sad.
Hopefully we can do something to push back against it. And attached to the thread was just a bunch of clips / screenshots of random rats just getting owned and being surprised they couldn't walk in as a solo player and just free farm in Ivory Gall. Suffice to say, we didn't get banned, shockingly, but it just goes to show how badly Bug Brain was affecting some players. For them, it was tough to see that the fact of the matter was Final Boss and Goof had just
I think that a lot of people, like, they were coping with the realization that Blizzard doesn't care about Classic WoW. Like, they don't care. Like, the players are going to do what they're going to do, and they just put the game out there, and they were like, hey, there you go. No changes? You want no changes? Fine. Fuck you. Here you go. It's your problem now. They do care. I've sent 8 emails. I'm trying to go up the chain of command to talk to a vice president at Blizzard to ban this rogue that keeps killing me because the other alliance aren't killing him.
Fighting each other at this point was a waste of time, and the best course of action to achieve the goal of farming as many Scarab Lords as possible was to just keep each other happy. This was a destined fate. It could have gone no other way, and the proof of this is that this Horde X Alliance large guild team-up was being mirrored across plenty of other servers. More importantly, however, this was also being mirrored in the fucking lore taking place in this event right now.
Exactly.
The Horde and the Alliance are canonically teaming up to storm Encourage. Did you miss that? This is peak World of Warcraft. But as the bug brain virus spread, the collusion statements began to increase in ridiculousness. For example, collusion on an RP server should be grounds for immediate removal, which is just, bro, you're playing on an RP server. How do you think this occurs?
Send them to jail in real life.
Lol. Was me not killing Kumin collusion? Hi, welcome to Did You Know, idiot? The Horde and the Alliance learning to put aside their differences to work together for a common goal has only been like the main plot point for like every single fucking WoW expansion.
Yeah, exactly. This always happens.
Only together.
Every fucking time.
United against the shadow, will you be able to save this world from the flame?
Yep.
You and I stood
just don't show that to Redditors.
On the slopes of Mount Haijan.
Don't show this to Redditors.
That world tree did not fall. Because the Horde and the Alliance worked together.
Cross-faction collusion.
Consider yourself reported, you dirty colluders. Now, I am cherry-picking. It is worth noting that these rats were definitely in the minority of people, but they were a very fucking loud minority. So loud, in fact, that sitting President Donald Trump was forced to make a statement to combat the fake news regarding the collusion. Smart. Someone commissioned this and put it in my guild Discord. I had to use it.
This is for the WoW Classic server. Grabulous, okay? You need to know that the Goof Troop did not collude with the final boss. There was zero collusion. They are innocent, okay? Everything being said is fake news. All charges dropped.
I can't believe they got Donald Trump to do this.
Charges dropped.
With a full pardon from the President of the United States, Goof and Final Boss continued to work together towards securing Grobulus's legacy. Together, we were going to farm as many Scarab Lords as possible before the gates would open.
That's smart.
But time was running out. As guilds began finishing up their bug farming and moving on to the next part of this cursed quest,
don't ruin his moment, you idiot.
They would naturally turn their focus towards completing the war effort. After all, they want to go and open Anchorage and raid it. It's like the whole point of this event. At this point in the timeline, it's August 8th, 2020, a very special date. There is currently only one scepter bearer, Typo, but that's all about to change. For if I were to jump forward one day, 4 other people obtained their scepters overnight. I was there, and it was quite something, but we'll get to that later.
A lot.
Because that's not why August 8th was special. No, for that we need to turn our attention to the war effort data between August 8th and August 9th.
What happened?
August 8th and August 9th. Did you see it? That's an awful lot of Peace Bloom handed in on the Horde side, don't you think?
25,380 Peace Bloom to be exact.
Well, that's because August 8th was a very special day. The day...
You know what was funny about this? Is like, I remember all the stuff that we put in Farolina. Crusade invested so many hours and days into farming all of the resources for the opening of the Gates of AQ. Do you know what Olympus farmed? I think one guy donated like 20 thorium bars. We didn't do anything. we done, and like I told them, and that's what I was like, so what are you guys gonna do for the warfare? I'm like, nothing. Like, it's better for us if it takes longer. We don't care about the gear. Nax is gonna come out with, well, we're gonna get the gear in a few weeks. Who gives a fuck, right? Like, I want to get the mount. Like, we're in for the mounts. Like, we want it to take longer. Dude, Olympus, we're doing what we need to do, man. We're doing what we need to do. That's what matters. I do know that we did contribute a little bit, but it was mostly Crusade. Like, Crusade was over half of, like, the entire alliance.
Of the Peacebloom DKP.
Yeah. Peacebloom DKP?
Peacebloom
what
DKP.
The fuck?
Dawnbreaker invites all Grobulans to its first Molten Core PDKP. Buy gear with Peacebloom. Wow. Wow. Time. Discord. See you soon. Farm Peacebloom.
Thanks, Heavy Hoof. I will.
And I did, because this post was made like a week before now, and when you're sitting in a cave farming bugs for days on end, there's
ridiculous.
a lot of downtime to alt-tab onto your secret alt no one knows about, and pick Peacebloom completely anonymously in Duratar.
That's a lot of
Very smart.
Peacebloom.
But the real flowers were the friends I made along
Really,
the way.
man? Just
Now, you
fuck
might
off.
be wondering, wait, don't you want to prevent the war effort from being completed? After all, once it completes, there are only
You can't
5
get any
days
more
until the
Scarab
gates
Lords.
open, and then you can't
Yeah.
farm Scarab Lords anymore.
Exactly.
And yes, you are right, but
The numbers.
Peacebloom is pretty damn easy to come by, so you know
It is.
those bids are going to get absolutely fucking
That's fucking insane.
Oh my god.
And if it's one thing gamers like seeing,
That's
it's big
hilarious.
fucking numbers. And when else
Big
am I going to
true.
get the chance to see someone buy a Mage Blade with flowers? I have no choice but to go. However, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not...
Dude, I really feel like I should have rolled on this server. This server genuinely feels like a lot of fun. Like, yeah, I really, really do. Like, dude, Farlina didn't have anything cool like this. Like, Farlina was just a bunch of fucking losers and, like, clout chasers. Like, this server actually seems fun.
going to be bidding on
Stay
any
away,
items
please.
myself.
You'd ruin it.
Cornhound
I know I
Tooth,
would.
Perdition's Blade?
I know, it's
no
my
thanks.
fault
I'm
that it
good
was
with
bad.
my incredibly suboptimal double gut gore ripper. Yes, I have Distracting Dagger in the
Oh,
bank,
wow.
and no, I'm not going to use it, because even with this handicap, I'm literally a worldwide all-star, and you're all fucking cringe. But wait,
Jesus.
then why are you farming Peacebloom for the Peacebloom DKP if you're not going to bid on items with your Peacebloom and the Peacebloom DKP? Come on, guys, you know the answer to that.
What's the point? Content?
Chaos. After this Molten Core, I'm gonna run through the logs and check to see who are the absolute worst players. And then I'm gonna give them all my fucking Peacebloom. I think the true spirit of the war effort is to give everything you have for a greater cause. And what could be a greater cause than gearing up some guy who's gonna quit before Naxxramas? Now that's content. Welcome to Molten Core.
What?
Hope you like the entrance, by the way. Now, as
What
explained
the
last
fuck?
episode, a GDKP is a raid wherein the loot is bid on with gold at the end, and then everyone receives an even split of that gold. With
I
these
love
base rules in
GDKPs.
mind, and knowing that the objective of this raid is to get as much Peacebloom as possible for the war effort, one can
Yeah.
reasonably assume that there is going to be no Peacebloom cut at the end of this raid, since it's all going to be handed in. However, there was one more
That does
slight
make
quirk
sense.
to this GDKP that, in hindsight, I can't help but feel should have been on the advertisement. Instead, this quirk was nestled deep inside a Discord chat that most people had only just now started gaining access to. Now,
What's
because of
that?
the events you're about to see, I no longer have access to the Discord, so you're gonna have to put up with my MS Paint recreation.
So
Within
I will just assume that things did not go well.
this room in this Discord was a list of every piece of Molten Core gear. Each piece of gear had a number assigned to it, and that number indicated the flat price. Like a base price for bidding, right?
Oh, so people have to put in that much
If you
money.
wanted gear from this GDKP, you would first pay that flat price, and then you would, wait for it, /roll on the gear along with everyone else who wants to buy a roll? Does this sound like a GDKP to you?
No? What the hell is this? Why would they call it a GDKP if you can't even bid on gear?
This actually is just a free roll pug with extra steps, and there's a reason free roll pugs don't exist anymore, and that's because they are shit. But there you have it.
Yeah, well, they do exist. They're retail WoW because that's all we have. So again, that's one reason. Oh, Master Loot's so bad, then why does everybody use it if they can use it? It's because it's better. Everybody knows it's better, and it was better. And Blizzard, everybody's using it until Blizzard literally took it away. Until they literally took it away. Jesus, I still can't believe that happened. I'm so mauled about that. I am so fucking mauled about that, man. It sucked. Yeah, maybe if you sucked. But if you were a good player and you earned your spot and you deserved the loot, you'd get it.
have it. I had joined the world's first GDKP with no bidding allowed. It was clear many people were expecting this GDKP to be run, for use of a better word, properly.
Am I reading this item sheet correctly? There's no bidding?
Wait.
Wait, what?
This is a DKP.
Someone was going to have to speak to the manager. Once we had zoned into the instance and we were all inside the same voice chat, I decided that someone was going to have to be me. If this is to get like the maximum amount of Peace Bloom as possible for the war effort, how come we're not bidding? Surely it would make more sense to let people just bid, because that's what like
every single one does.
DKP is. My argument? Irrefutable. My social capital? Extensive. My intellect? Unmatched. The facts and logic were aligned for a perfect KO. But the response I got might surprise you. Or it might not. I think we all know how this one ends.
If spare Peace Bloom in the end, you can still turn that in.
Yeah, you're not planning on turning it in anyway?
No.
Don't you guys have phones? Don't you guys have phones? What do you mean? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, boys. Did you wash your hands? Why the fuck would I wash my hands, dude? I got a clean dick. Why would I do that?
I don't think most people here were planning on doing that. I think most people were here to buy gear with Peace Bloom and then just auction house what they didn't use. I think expecting fresh level 60 casuals to care about your war effort above their own gold income is fucking insane.
No way.
Especially when,
stupid.
Let's just keep it real, most of these players
Wait a sec, I gotta hear them say it again.
Most perfect KO. But the response I got might
I want to hear it
surprise you. Or it might not. I think we all know how this one ends.
If spare Peace Bloom in the end, you can still turn that in.
I just imagine, like, how small the guy's brain is. It's like you have, like, a dwarf peanut. Like a half of a dwarf peanut. It's like the little tiny ones, you know?
Yeah, you're not planning on turning it in anyway?
Duh, why?
No, I wasn't. I don't think most people here were planning on doing that. I think most people were here to buy gear with Peace Bloom and then just auction house what they didn't use.
Exactly.
I think expecting fresh level 60 casuals to care about your war effort above their own gold income is fucking insane. Especially when, let's just keep it real, most of these players are not going to clear AQ40.
No,
in fact, I think it's a
suck.
safe bet to say that 50% of these players will probably never even walk into the instance portal. But as for me, my Peace Bloom, I would rather just delete it. And that's what I told them.
Yeah, you're not planning on turning it in anyway?
Delete that shit. Fuck the whore.
Yeah, I would sooner delete it than not get anything in return.
You, man. You can sell it, you can kick him from the
Kick him from the
With the Game Awards in full effect, it
Jesus.
seemed I had upset the host with my humble suggestion to run this DKP properly. And the host had evidently not caught on yet to the fact that a lot of people in this raid were feeling pretty pissed off and misled. I recognized some of these names in the raid. I had seen them on my farming ult. They had spent days picking Peace Bloom alongside me, or against me, I guess. So I knew they definitely had at least as much as me. Naturally, they didn't want to let their farming be for nothing, and so they started bargaining.
What if you pay double? Can you get an additional roll?
Oh, that's smart.
A good idea.
That's
and that was
really
a good
smart.
idea. If people could pay double their roll fee each time they wanted to re-roll, things would at least be more
It's a very
interesting.
good idea.
It still wouldn't be a DKP, but at least it wouldn't be whatever this is. And it wouldn't fuck over the poor noobs who have spent 7 days picking flowers. For God's sake, won't someone think of the noobs? With too many people asking too many questions, Heavy Hoof was out of options. He was about to explain why there was no bidding, why any idea that involved acquiring more Peace Bloom would be thrown out immediately. And that reason was...
I didn't really want to deal with the logistics of having to deal with bids that go up to the 10,000s.
Fuck. Yeah, isn't
that makes sense? I mean, look, the dude's fucking like, they don't want to plan that shit out, man. Like 10,000, like what the fuck, dude? Like, yeah, just fuck that, dude. Just roll that shit off, man. Who gives a shit, man?
That like the point? Was I wrong? I don't think so. But I do see where Heavy Hoof was coming from. I wouldn't want to deal with the logistics of trading several thousand Peace Bloom either. But that's why I'm not running a fucking Peace Bloom DKP. Am I making sense here? I don't host Super Bowl parties either. Want to know why? Because I don't like football. Also, I don't own a fucking TV. So don't you think it would be a bit shit of me to then host one anyway, and then when people show up to my Super Bowl party and start asking where the game is, I turn around and say, Super Bowl party? This is a superb owl party. read my invitation wrong. And then when no one buys that, I come clean and say, okay guys, I know there's no TV, but think about this from my perspective, okay? I don't want to deal with the logistics of having...
You had to go buy the TV.
A television.
Come on, man.
Go buy
but
the
surely
TV.
you can agree that it's misleading to say this is a DKP.
Oh my God.
You're missing the entire point of a DKP, right?
Yeah, I don't want to discuss this right
No, the point was to get people to fucking farm Peace Bloom and then turn it in. So if you want to go turn it in, go turn it in. We're gonna raid MC and then have fun. So if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Whoa, you good?
No, we're good, dude. Like, you're just making this shit take longer. So we're gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay, but one more question. Do you guys think Heavy Hoof is acting sus?
Well, dude, if you don't like it, feel free to leave.
If I leave, will you answer the question?
It's a stupid fucking
Post it
question.
to Reddit.
I don't think so.
These are the guys that are on there, man. These are the fucking
These
guys.
vibes were fucking rancid. So terrible, in fact, that given the choice between experiencing my first change of scenery in 2 weeks and farming bugs...
Dude, I would have accidentally wiped the raid like 5 times, man. I would have been like, oh, man, the core hound just pulled. That's crazy. How'd that happen? Like, I would be pulling shit into them, making them wipe constantly. Like, if a raid ever does that to me, like, I will make that raid as bad as absolutely possible.
I pick the bugs. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Hi.
Hold on, one sec. Yo, Barney, how was the Peace Bloom GDKP, dude?
Yeah.
Not good, you guys. Not good. The Peace Bloom DKP had been a resounding disappointment. In an alternate timeline, it was probably a really fun raid with sick loot.
Yeah, it would've been
Alas,
cool.
We are here in the timeline where the people who stayed lament to me in real time how shit the raid
And
is. I
wasted
would be lying to you if I told you that the
Jesus.
entire situation had
That's
low-key
sad.
pissed
I
me
feel
off
bad
because
for him,
my
man.
ire was far from low-key.
Yeah, I
2
feel
weeks
bad
of
for the
farming
guy.
bugs had left my mental on its last thread,
God
and
damn.
this molten core experience had just burned it to ash. I was about to go from Barney Beekeeper to Barney Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. I was gonna say Barney Big Dick. But okay, that's fine too, I guess.
In October of 2019, you asked me how I make my gold, and I gave you my honest answer.
Beg for it and
And you
stream it.
all laughed at me. Funny little salesman selling his funny little lucky charms. How
Oh,
cute,
yeah, wait,
but
oh, yeah.
Also stupid. Roleplayers are so fucking stupid, aren't they?
Imagine some random dipshit just comes up to you and wants to trade you a white item that does nothing. And then you tell him, I don't want it. And he's like, no, you do want it. And he just keeps fucking insisting. Yeah, I can only imagine how annoying that would be. No! Oh, no! No!
This is the Beekeeper fortune. Depending on who you ask, this is either blood money acquired through the peddling of useless items, or the life savings of an idiot commodifying forces above his understanding. I personally think my overexposure to dragons is to blame, because more and more I find myself compulsed to hoard gold. With each month I seem to double my charm output with no end in sight, but I digress. Up until now I had remained a passive player in the war effort, but no more.
Now
I was
what?
going to use every single piece of gold I had to delay that gate from opening for as long as I possibly could.
So he-
Starting, of course, with the Peace Bloom
So he
market,
was
which I
maliciously
swiftly
buying
bought out
all
in
of
its
it out.
entirety. Gaze in awe as I deal with the logistics of trading several thousand Peace Bloom to my bankhold. Delicious vendor trash. Yes, I could post this all back on the auction house for an easy...
So he's spending all of his money just to make it to where it won't happen. This is incredible.
profit, but I don't want anyone handing in anything. This isn't money to turn into more money.
Yeah.
This is money to burn. And so I went
It's
down the
sending a
war effort
message.
list, draining each and every resource from the auction house until it was drier than my bones. One thing you
Oh
should
my
know about me
God.
by now is I don't really half-ass anything.
20,000
Which is why I then
gold.
took a flight path straight to Gadget Sand to clean out the neutral auction house as well. As I pulled up
Jesus!
alongside a gnome mage and made my search for linen bandages, the current hot item, I found a bunch of listings for 1 copper each. Well, that's good.
Okay.
As I started to buy them, I found that someone else was buying them at the same time as me, so I instead started from the bottom and worked my way up. It was at this point that I got a whisper.
They were messaging
Those are
you.
for the Alliance, dude. Stop buying them.
Was the gnome next to me buying these auctions
Oh
from a
my
horde
God.
player?
I love it. This is my favorite
I'd have
part,
to
man.
double my purchasing speeds lest our pure roleplay
Jesus.
server fall victim to yet more game-breaking collusion. Question
Fuck
mark?
him, dude.
I responded.
The linen cloths you just bought for 1 copper a stack are for the Alliance war effort.
Okay, cool. They can buy them from me for a higher price then. This, of course, was a lie. I obviously wasn't planning on reselling anything, but I said this because I knew it would piss him off.
Fuck you.
I tried to
Fuck
respond,
you.
but they put me on ignore. They then went...
Oh my god, I love this, man. This is my like. Honestly, the video was like, it was good, right? It was a good video, but like this just really fucking, like this is the kind of stuff. This is beautiful, man. This is absolutely beautiful, and the best part about it is nobody can do anything about it. Nobody can do anything about it. He's sitting there buying their shit. This is the masterpiece. This is art.
and cried about it on the Grobulus Discord, stating,
Yeah, I
Shout out to Barny B from Final Boss for buying the bandages and raising the price on them. 100.
To which Roxy, whom we might meet later, said,
Love at
100.
Barny B.
and tagged me. UJ, World Buff Fanatic, King of the Colluders, and Rat Royalty, then responds,
Yeah, don't blind sell any items. I can hook you up with some contacts.
The colluding Warlock then says,
I was coordinating it.
Oh, when
That's whenever he bought them all.
Coordinating, I see.
The ally I was selling them to was right there buying them as I posted. Barny B just bought faster.
I'm sorry, guys. This is so good. This is so fucking funny, man. Like, so when griefing happens to others, it's fine. This is not griefing, dude. Like, the thing is, it's like you saw me like buying bandages off of the neutral auction house while somebody else is trying to fucking trade them across for like a cheap price. It's griefing. Shut up. Like, it's not griefing. Dr. Speed. Yeah, apparently not. Barney's Dr. Speed. Come on. This is what the game's all about, man.
And buy faster I did. I cleaned out the neutral auction house of every single war effort material, but somehow I still wasn't sated. There was only one thing left to do. As I started on my flight to Thunderbluff to camp the Horde auction house, I alt-tabbed to my guild Discord. At everyone. From now until the conclusion of the war effort, I will be reimbursing all war effort material purchases with 5% interest. Please screenshot your TSM Ledger purchase history and proof that you vendored or deleted the items to receive payment. Ideally, I'd like people stationed at both neutral and horde auction houses 24/7, so if you have as much time as I have money to burn, please do your part for our most noble goal and
20,000 gold.
However, word travels fast, faster than a wind rider it seems, because when I showed up to Thunderbluff to do my thing, I was swiftly assassinated by 2 rogues. It was clear I personally was not safe to show my face near any auction houses ever again, but that mattered not. I already had my little busy bees out doing the beekeeper's bidding, so I could get back to Silithus to farm bugs.
Oh my god. That's so good. Oh look, it's my stream.
And then my computer crashed because my hard drive had failed. The hard drive containing every single piece of footage I recorded for this event thus far. Now inaccessible. Corrupted. All gone. My roommate and I troubleshooted for hours on end as we tried to get the data off the hard drive, but nothing worked. We were left with just one option, which was to send the hard drive off for data recovery, which costs thousands of dollars and might not even yield any results. But I didn't have thousands of dollars to spend on data recovery anyway, so I was fucked. This was a one-hit kill to my morale. It had all been for nothing, and I wasn't just done with Scarab Lord.
That sucks.
I was done with World of Warcraft. I picked up my phone and opened Discord to let my GM know I was quitting,
sad, man.
but he had already messaged me first. A link to the Scarab Lord list. It had been updated. My selfless dedication to the cause had not gone unnoticed, and given that Final Boss runs on a merit-based system, the Scarab Lord target list had undergone some renovations. I was now no longer number 18 on the list. I had been bumped up quite a few places to number 11. holy shit, this might actually be doable. I glanced down at my computer, inside of which lay a rotting, inaccessible hard drive. I may have lost everything that came before, but I can still show you how this finishes. I plugged in a 3 terabyte external hard drive and re-downloaded World of Warcraft.
Oh, no fucking way, dude. No, dude, I can't wait till next year whenever the next episode comes out. That's gonna be crazy. Jesus, dude, what a video. What a fucking video. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Dude.
Subscribe right now. Patreon, like the video.
Okay, that dude, I am just very rarely is there a video that's that good. You never see videos that are that good, man. Like it's so good. Like, especially what I like about it the most is the ebb and flow of it, where like a video, I've got it on my other computer, okay? Because I usually watch it on this computer. I'm probably just gonna start watching it on this computer in full screen. Maybe this would just be better if I did it like this. I don't know. This video is probably this might actually be my favorite video for WoW Classic. It has like just the right mix. Like the narrative of it is really good. It was a great video. I really liked it a lot. It was incredible. It was really, really, really fucking well, man. It was amazing. I'll link it one more time. Yeah, Barney, this video was out of this fucking world. This is one of the best videos I've seen in a long time. And I think just like the end part of it was my absolute fucking favorite. Like him buying everything out and then the hard drive crashing and it being over, and it was at the end of the video. Like I honestly thought this was the end. It's like, it is what it is, all good things come to an end. And then suddenly this fucking shit happens. Like
I plugged in a 3 terabyte external hard drive and re-downloaded World of Warcraft.
It's just
I made a promise.
And then the music was so good. Like it's so good. It's so good. I love it.